Right. Whew. Oh, yeah. Oh, that were a good click to start the stream off. Bloody wonderful. Let's not have this music that we've listened, this same mix that we've listened to a billion times, at least not at this level. Probably the sort of track we should have on a very low volume. Like a barely noticeable volume like this. Yeah, it would be better for that. I hope you're doing alright, man. I hope everybody's doing alright. I've done a little bit of work on this lad. We're going to be about here. Camera's going to be about there. Don't need the bottle reference anymore. I have all behind me, I have the cabinet all laid out, and it's fucking amazing. It's breathtaking. For me, anyway. I'm so happy with it. Right, looks about right. Till I complain about it later. I've been on a bike ride today. It's been a good, healthy day. And we've painted 3 of them to a display standard, possibly now. Or is it just that the kind of paint job I've given them is complicated enough to call it display? I'm not sure. It feels like I'm looking at a number of months of coming back to them until they're in the condition I want them to be, because they're just so nice and they've come out so nice, and I've never done Sky Earth non-metallics, and once they're all done as a group, and maybe I get a couple of the other models that belong to the same faction and do them all the same. If I get them all to the right standard, I think that it's a podium position somewhere as a squad entry to fantasy. Just think it would just do that if I were to keep pushing on it and tapping on it and working on it and bring it to the, not like do it as a snipe, but like try and find the right convention where the right kind of competition is going to be. Try and maybe avoid the ones which have got the best painters in the world come in, if possible. But if not, it might even podium up with some of the best if I keep working on it, and I don't let it send me insane. But I also don't stop when I think it's just good enough for pictures. So there's some stuff which I've done off camera, which I'll show off on the bird. I think I did a little bit of it on Twitch. But so we've got Zaboid. Still need to do a little bit of work on I think I'm gonna do this with their bases. So this is the other thing I've been trying off camera, because I really wanted them to have like a little bit of desert kind of vibe, some sort of desert vibe. So I did 2 variants and I went over them again because I wasn't really happy with the result, and I was happy with the result of these. So what is going on? I keep on having it it's almost like there's a pop-up going up on that chat screen, and then it suddenly disappears. It's a little bit of a concern. This is Green Stuff Worlds Desert Sands. I did one version and I threw some Agaros dunes over it, and then I pulled away the excess and I didn't really like that. What else did I try? Another one that I tried. I don't know. I think I tried two anyway. I definitely tried two different things on both of these bases. Wasn't super happy with it. Put on another application of the Desert Sands, which gives like full coverage in terms of like as its kind of like paint layer and what it contains in terms of paint. It's very opaque. Obviously, it's got this textured. It's a paste, and it's got that textured finish. But the Seraphim Sepia, and then just quickly like rubbing off the excess on the peaks so that there's some variation, worked really well. It could maybe have a careful dry brush and it would maybe look even better, but I'm happy with how they came out with this second attempt, with just like literally just Seraphim Sepia and then just taking some away. So I think I'm going to do that on some of their bases. And that way it kind of explains, and then I can kind of, maybe it gives me the opportunity to bring some more brightness and variance, and also not worry about, one of the things that sort of doesn't really work on the closest parts of the non-metallic of the sky and earth non-metallic here is that like I've got all of these brickworks that have got you know, the recesses in between the bricks darker, and that's not really reflected at like the lowest pieces, and I don't want to go through figuring out exactly where the positioning on all of those would be in the places where I would have to do it. So doing sand around the base a little bit makes the base more exciting, gives it more variance, but it also means I can probably throw a little bit of sepia wash in to as like recess shade, and to pull things together. It might make doing the ground easier because I don't have to worry about like complicated reflections quite so much. But that's what I'm thinking about doing. So these are going to end up being a very long form project, I think, for me, because I must admit I have fallen in love with them as models, but it's that desire to keep pushing myself, and Sky Earth non-metallics is definitely what I needed to do. I needed to do that. I can see a few things. Her Bardiche really is what's letting her down the most. His head, face, helmet, maybe the thing that's letting him down the most, and the horn still needs like fixing. I still need to do highlights on the horn. That's actually the thing that's not pulling it together the most, is the gold on that horn. So if I did the gold on that horn, that would be a cool thing to get done. There's a few other places where the non-metallic gold is just not right. Oh, that's why my screen is behaving like that. It's because the input was dropping in and out. So it's one of those things where like this is a bit of a mad thing for me. I'm thinking through this myself. Got mud on my glasses from my ride. I feel like on a lot of occasions, or at least maybe more recently, I might have gotten into the habit of sort of saying something's good enough and stopping. And I think a lot of the time that's a very healthy attitude to take in miniature painting. A lot of the time that's a healthy attitude to take. I think the problem is that like the strive for getting better gets to a certain point where it might be deemed unhealthy, but it's still a worthwhile thing to strive for. You just have to try and remain healthy in mind, body, and soul in that pursuit, and balanced. But I have been maybe allowing myself to say, yeah, that's good enough, and not like pushing myself as much as I could. The result is that like I have maybe plateaued, and until I keep pushing past a point of good enough, which I realize my good enough for a lot of people is like very high standard, you know. But I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about everybody's personal journey in miniature painting. Is if you want to get your standard up, like, and at the same time you've somehow found yourself resigning yourself to good enough, because it gives you a nice catharsis and it gets more tables on the board, and it means you can play some games, which is great. All of that's good. I'm not trying to like neg any of that stuff, but like at the end of the day, if you want your paint quality to get better, you just have to hold yourself to that higher standard constantly. And it does harken me back to being told that by a living metal painter, like they're one of the head sort of painters of one of the teams. Is you just need to, you can never, and then that also brings me back to the fact that like whenever I end up talking about painting something for competition, it's quite often that I remember that you have to sort of start painting a model with that in mind. Or if you want it to be like box art, you have to be like, every brushstroke has to be full of mindfulness and consciousness and presence and intention. So I've had a lot of fun painting these, but until I kind of get to my highest standard, it's kind of a shame and a waste for me to just paint these and just enjoy them. That sounds mad, maybe. There's things that need fixing on this. You know. It's like if this is going to be a competition piece, this trumpet has to be reflecting in the bird's helmet, and the bird's helmet needs to be reflected in the trumpet. Something that's part of it I haven't thought about. There's so much, but what I have done, I feel like this was proof to myself that like I can do this paint job. It will drive me slightly insane. Hi, Rao, I'll just slap browns on and you're golden. Yeah, well, I mean, that's all right when you're doing that wonderful stuff you're doing. I got to get me some Turnip 28 to just break it all up. I got to get into some of that, some like proper fun grim dark. Just slap it on. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that you tend to have like, it's not like you have to make a choice between these things as someone when it's a hobby and you're just enjoying it. I think when it's like part of what it is you do and it's your main thing, then you should find what it is you're comfortable with, and you know what you like to produce, how you like to paint, and how you like to be seen. You know, projecting yourself out into the world or whatever, if you are doing that as a content creator into the miniature painting world. So everyone has like a different thing they're doing in that respect. I don't want to like put anyone down, because I hold certain people who, you know, obviously we paint very differently. You know, like there's certain people who paint to a lower standard than me, but like Jesus like wept, and they paint at a rate in a day. They get so much done, and it still looks amazing. Looks amazing on the table. And you end up getting to the point like where a model looks good enough that you do have to question what's the point in keeping going. This is all me just chatting about miniatures, really, and they all suck. You're the best. Well, it's not. That's the thing. It's not true. I mean, like, I maybe sit sometimes. Like, this is a question, an interesting thing for me. I'm like, where do I like? And it's kind of silly in a way to do this, but like, where do I sit? Like in the world of miniature painters, I think like I'm comfortably in maybe the top 100 in the UK in terms of like easily probably in the top 100 in the UK, maybe in the top 50 in terms of like painting quality, maybe. Even that feels like a stretch, but some people turn around to me and say, oh, you're in like the top 100 in the world, and it's like, it's probably a load of people who just sit quietly and never fucking tell anyone about their painting, and their painting's as good as mine. I don't know. Right. So it becomes impossible to quantify. How you doing, Sir Banana Banana? Anyway, we will be streaming a lot. You are good. Thank you, Rao. Yeah, like I'm comfortable with saying I'm a good painter. I'm a good painter. And I could paint a lot faster, but... And I could also paint better. It's just finding that happy medium for me is really difficult sometimes. Sometimes I just want to bash a load of stuff out. Like I can't... The stuff of my own that I just want to just bash out. Like I have a very... My approach to that is just have fun. I'll just have a lot of fun painting my own stuff now. But painting for like Signum, I just want to do an amazing job first of all. Like for like Sir Banana and like all of you guys, you're all gonna get amazing paint jobs out of me. But it's just, I don't know. Still do an amazing paint job like quickly. I just don't do it often enough. I'm going to paint him. We're going to carry on with him. I've been doing a lot of him off stream. He's a lot of fun. I've done his trousers, done everything from his like feet up, apart from maybe like doing a little bit more to his toenails. But we've done... I'm happy with his cloth. It's like a sort of slightly pink hue white, which I used some of the new colours I bought recently to do. Who are number one of people who I know in a personal level and who are from UK and who stream and who I'm part of their Discord server and who is just most Giga Chad there is. Is that all of those things combined though, Rao? Because then it's a very niche thing, which is fine. You know, it's good to have a niche. But is that in every single one of those categories individually? Because like if that's the case, I'll strive to be more Giga Chad, because I feel like everyone should have someone who's a bit more Giga Chad than me in their life. But maybe that's not always possible. The working out's been going well. I feel really good. And it's weird how much when you're working out, your body just loves protein. I got like 10 minutes up, dude. Ah, man, I just done it all. I've just done it all. I've just given all the information. There's nothing left to catch up on. I was just lamenting over like quality and quantity and speed, and as a miniature painter, talking about doing these. I've done these last night. I tried over the last couple of days, tried a few different versions of it. It's this stuff from Green Stuffed World, and I've ended up just throwing Seraphim Sepia over it and then just pulling it away with a damp brush, the excess on the tops. And that's come out really nicely. It's a bit overexposed in here, but yeah, I really like how that's come out. I tried a couple of different things, like I think maybe we did Snakebite Leather and Agaros Dunes. We definitely did Agaros Dunes. It's too dark. It required too much like dry brushing back up, I thought. So this was a nice, real quick dirty way with the Seraphim Sepia. Throw that down, let it dry overnight. Put some little, like, you know, sandy grooves in, some sand dune grooves in. I think I'm going to do that to all their bases. I don't know. I was just rabbiting on, really. How are you? What about you? Could have used powdered sugar for sand texture? Maybe. See, that is, you know, that's the thing I thought about this, is as good as, like, the initial colour is for desert sands, right? It is a great colour for desert sands. As good as it is, it's a bit thick, isn't it? Like, it's a bit, the granule size, to me, it's like it could be thick, it could be like less coarse. My words, I can't, I'm gonna go with just less, it could be less coarse. It could be finer, sure, why not? They look real nice. Thanks, Ra. I'm also hyped about my cavalry dudes. Your cavalry dudes look like a lot of fun, man. They look terrifying. That's I think you do. I didn't really give it any thought. Well, that's kind of part of why the reason I'm talking about it. I mean, this is the sort of stuff I do talk about. Is just like, or think about. I think about this sort of stuff. I do think about it. Next year, I wanted to win some. I did win one this year. I won GriffCon this year. I did win one, so I have achieved my aim this year. But I wanted to podium in like something else, and that didn't happen. And I know that this contest's coming up, but I'm just like, I kind of can't be asked. I just make it a plan for next year. It's not the most important thing, winning competitions. Wouldn't sugar dissolve? Not if you mix it with something that's like if it's something that's like non-acidic, or like non-water based, you know, you could mix it with I probably, now that you say it, I probably wouldn't. I'd use like something like baking soda, maybe, than over sugar. Plus, because sugar, well, not granulated, because granulated is very big, but powdered, yeah, would be fine enough. But now that you say it, yeah, you might be better off with something that's not made of sugar. Something like baking soda might be better. Less beach sand and more like high Sierra sand. That's kind of actually sandstone stuff broken down. So this is called desert sand. So and I get the vibes off it that we're thinking like Sahara, you know. It's the moment I turn it over and it's like, you know, it's quite bright anyway. You can see it's quite bright. I mean, it's basically the top color there that's on top of that, which is shall I just turn the exposure down and turn the brightness up or something? It seems like impossible. I hate this camera. We are going to get a new camera when the money from that stream drops. It's like the first thing I'm doing. The person who hung out in the desert for like a few days or maybe more. Yeah, I was thinking rough texture for desert. That's what I thought as well. I thought it was pretty rough. And it was more than just a few days, right? Yeah, you are. I would consider Iron, and I think everyone should be aware that Iron has spent some time out in desert sands, quite some time. I think. Yeah, maybe it was a few more. Okay, right. Okay. Iron's an authority on desert sands. Personally, I've never been. No, that doesn't count. It's not a desert in. It kind of feels like a desert in Spain in La Mancha. Maybe technically it is, but it's not like a kind of sand dunes desert. Maybe like 15.5 months. Okay, I thought it was just a few more. I thought it was just a little bit more. He's the chosen one. I don't know about being the chosen one. That's a little bit too far. Just a little bit. Just a stretch. Fantastic. Right, I'll do some painting. Just double check that there's no messages coming through. It's going to be a short stream, which is why I'm kind of talking a lot and I ain't doing much painting, because it's more of an update. It is definitely more of an update stream of me just coming on and having a chat and a chinwag, showing a little bit of what I've been up to. But the main thing I've been up to really is actually behind me. I was thinking I could show people, like, it's so well lit up now, that cabinet over there, that I could put us on the free cam and show you all my painted miniatures that are in the cabinet at the moment, and show you all of the unpainted miniatures and all the space that we've got now. It's super exciting. I've cleaned them all as well. Now that I'm looking at some of the hinges, I could have done a slightly better job around the hinges. If I was to be like a professional cabinet cleaner, I don't think they'd be calling me back on account of those hinges. So I need to work on my hinges. If I'm ever going to be a professional cabinet cleaner, you know, which is obviously what I aspire most of all in my life to be, that's, yeah. Not really. There's lots of things I want to do on those others. I would like to pick up any of the 3 others that I've been painting and keep working on them. I've been enjoying painting this lad, and once he's done, that's all of the ones from this faction looking nice. 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 Are we gonna get? I'm gonna just get this music, put something slightly more fun on. Are we gonna go for like something a bit more up tempo, or what are we saying? I'm feeling something a bit more up tempo. Koopa. Yeah, are you feeling a bit sleepy? I also built some boxes for me. Transportation feels goody nice. What kind of box? How did you go about doing it? Hey, if it pays the bills. Yeah, no, I mean, for sure, you know. I mean, like, it's, at least you're not there now. Although, yeah, anyway, probably better to swiftly move on. Should we go and have a look at the cabinet? Get it working on my phone. Here, isn't it? So this is where we find out, like, I haven't installed Droid Cam or something. Oh, fuck. I don't think that I have installed Droid Cam, have I? We got a free cam on here, so maybe I'll do that next time. Yeah, I haven't set up a free cam, so I can't do that. Back to the misery of this work. Well, I hope it goes quickly, dude. It's super useful box. I pinned some metal slabs on them. You'll have to send me a link. Super useful. I think I've heard of those. You have to show me. So no, I'll have to set that up next stream. I have to set up Droid Cam and get the free cam going. But basically, the top 4 shelves of that cabinet there are brand new. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Thank you Iron. Thank you to Banana Banana. Pretty much down to you guys that I have those new shelves. Like other things in this room, as you know, as co-owners of the stream over time, it's like Iron, Sir Banana, Gav. Money was for drugs, not shelves. You're all gonna own reasonable portions in my life, figuratively. Okay, I gotta keep saying that just in case either of you actually decide that it's time to try and claim on it. You know. I can't show you, but yeah. So those top 4 new shelves, they are done. They are new. Loads of space for my death guard. I can cram more models in there, and it'll be there's space for like another squad of Marines, of Plague Marines, and a bit more than that. But I will probably utilize the fact that that shelf has got like large shelves and smaller shelves and large shelves and smaller shelves, and I'll have all of the big models that won't fit on the smaller shelves above. Which is, in my Death Guard army, it's actually going to be quite a lot. You know, with Mortarion, the tanks, like all of the different things. There'll be a decent amount of stuff. Maybe I'll split a couple of armies across like half on the shelves, but they'll be on 2 shelves or something. I don't know. But I have. Oh, hold on. That's not Max being outside, is it? I'm worried that that's Max being outside. Alright, dude. Yeah, sound. Okay, sound. Okay, save. In a bit. Yeah, so anyway, right, I will set that up for tomorrow. It's going to be an early start tomorrow. I don't know whether or not I will start the stream with a countdown, but I might do. I might give everyone the option to keep me over the weekend. Which would basically mean I'd probably be giving people something like 24 hours that they can have of my life again on camera engaging, which would again mean me sleeping on camera, which is weird, but and the computer being on for 3 days. But that's what we'll probably do. I might do that. I'm not saying I'm doing it, but we'll find out tomorrow when I'm on here, Twitch. I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? It would be really good for me to do a subathon here that's successful for next month. It would make all of the difference. It would mean that, like, instead of being a little bit worried of being taken off benefits, I'll definitely be getting taken off benefits, but it won't be scary. It'll be like, oh good, I'm actually going to have, like, money. That'll be nice. I remember having money. That was something I remember. And they've told me that it's like 6 months of me making so much money that I'm not claiming. That's when they cut me off. So that's great to actually understand and know that now. Too much, that's too much. It's fine for the stitching, but it's too much for the edging of the leather. But, yeah, anyway, so I mean, I like I said, it is a short stream today, and that is my mate Max. So I will be disappearing before you know it, like in 10-15 minutes. Max always says he's going to be longer than he is, so I expect I will be disappearing in the next 10 minutes. And I'm sorry. But, you know, long streams. If I don't start with a timer tomorrow, I'll just be doing like an 8-hour stream, basically. And soon I will be painting. I'll have to take pictures of all this Signum stuff, and all of my photography has to get done for it. I'm still going to be committing time to it over the next couple of weeks. Until for the next 10 days until the end of the Kickstarter, even though today is my day where I'll be coming up to having hit 80 hours of work on the models and everything. And streaming as well. But then I'll be shifting into like getting Instagram posts all sorted, and then maybe doing a video for it as well. So it's not like, whilst I'll stop painting them on stream as my main, because I want to get back to doing commissions on stream, and I know that people are eager to start. I have this, like, you know, I've got a schedule that I have it loosely planned out in my mind, that basically at the moment I can handle everything that's on my plate that people are waiting for, and have it all done and get everyone's money off of them for all of the work that they want doing for those things which are paid commissions. I get everything done and get all of my payments in before Christmas and December, maybe end of November, and then you're set for getting ready for January, basically, and getting through Christmas, if I can do that. I'll be we'll do the Thomas the Tank Engine body paint definitely this weekend. When I'm not sure. It probably will be like Saturday now. I think Saturday makes sense. Saturday makes sense to do the body paint, not Sunday. I feel like, you know, enough of a sin what I'm having to do there. It's already wrong enough as it is. So, but yeah, I'm sorry it's not a longer stream today, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get on at like 4 o'clock, 4:20ish when I was planning on it. I was hoping to get on for those kind of times. I should have done more painting as well when I come on. I should have just done less talking, more painting. This guy could actually have him real close by now if I'd have done less talking. But I wanted to catch you guys up a little bit. Some people aren't in the Discord as much. I don't, you know. And I need to get on Kick, and I need to get on YouTube, and I need to get some Kick in YouTube. I need to get some of those Kick, you know, you need people to remember that I still stream here, basically, because it's not like I've stopped. And I need to get those watch hours in on YouTube. Thank you, Rao, and anybody else who can open up the YouTube or like watch. I will set up a playlist soon of just like watch hours, so people can watch my stuff and add to my watch hours if they are so generous and willing. Say generous if it's a thing, which is fair. Okay, so sorry I can't have a look around in the cabinet, but yeah, looking forward to showing Max. He's the first person who's come over since I've done it. Looking forward to getting his reaction, because usually all of the models are in the not so well lit cabinet. So, nice. Now they're in the best lit cabinet, and actually the more spacious cabinet. More shelves, more space on each shelf, more space for me to build miniatures, put miniatures, display miniatures, get miniatures primed and ready for painting. It's actually a really big deal. A little bit too much. Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. It's gonna be a good weekend. I have a good feeling about it. You know, I'm looking forward to it. It should be wonderful. I don't know why I picked this up. Do I want this for anything in particular? Maybe. Go on. Let's. I don't know if we gave this its final ivory. Oh no! No! I'm your father. No! Sorry. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Again, apologies. It's such a short stream, everybody. Quickly try and get a bit more of this wrap done. Gave him like a little black wash. And I just figured I'd use some of the similar colours that we used for the cloak. Something like that. Yeah. I'm playing quite a lot of Age of Empires with Gav and Jimmy, and it has been amazing. I have not gotten into RTS since I can't remember. I literally I don't know. Maybe if it was Red Alert 2 or. It could have been Warcraft 2, but I think Red Alert 2 came after that. I guess maybe I played a little bit of Tiberium Sun at some point. Yeah, it's been absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. Yeah, man. Miss actually genuinely forgot how engaging and exciting a good RTS is, you know. And how, hey man, God, I like 3. I just think there's something about the old sound effects of some games which have like a real heavy feel to them. They're a bit clunky and stuff, you know, like they're not very well engineered necessarily, but like they just have this kind of, how to describe it? It's like it hits that part of the brain, you know, that kind of nostalgia part of the brain, and it's very satisfying. Try and do some tiny little texturizing if I can. His eyes, do his eyes. But I hope that you're all good and that everyone's week has been going well. I hope you're all good, you wonderful beings. Might have fucked that up. Might have fucked that left eye up just a little bit. Beautiful. Hello, Vite. How are you? What are you up to, you wonderful being? That model you're doing looks like it could send me insane. Are you gonna do? I don't know if I saw a reply from you after me talking about how it would send me insane. What's your plans with it? Are you gonna try and capture any of that, like a bit more? Or are you just gonna like let it run as texture and I still work fair. Get into the shop, no worries. I might be gone by the time you come back, Banana. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, Max is coming over. But long streams all over the weekend. Long streams over the weekend. Okay. Whether or not it's one feat that you can keep me on stream for or not, I'll decide overnight, or in the morning or whatever. If it isn't, I'll give you a decent stream. Each day I'll give you at least 8 hours-ish. 7 to 10 hours or whatever. But it might be a subathon. Might be a subathon here. I don't know. But really that's the other thing, you know, I'm talking about doing the body paint on Saturday. We can't really do a subathon here if we're gonna be streaming the body painting on Twitch on the Saturday, can we? So I do really have to think about it overnight and make my decision, because I always feel like I can't like do that on Twitch and then not do the body paint on Twitch, you know? Like it feels like that would be wrong. Pretty shy, so maybe just let it be there in the background, right? Yeah. I would send myself insane trying to do all non-metallic gold. And I'd hate myself. That was a little bit better. That's important. Eyes, tiny little rat eyes. Not going to worry myself about it. Well, what else do we have left on you, sir? We've got to do his skin still. It's not finished. I'm being really cheaty with this skin and just using Iraqi sand as the only colour highlighting up. But I'll probably have to do a bit more. Reality is I'm finding over and over and over and over another arm and her sword, yeah. Metallic metal. Yeah, still got another arm and a sword, then I'm finding over and over. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying about this team of Signum middies, even though, like, you know, they're nice now. I feel like I'll be doting over them for a while. Like, I'll be coming back to them and refining and refining. Just paint Jimmy's face here. I mean, not Jimmy. It's not what I meant. Lol. The flagellant, that's it, not Jimmy. It's not Jimmy. Oh, look at that amazing face on this model. I'm waiting for my mate to call me, and then I'm literally going to be like, bye guys, love you. Don't even know if I'll raid out, which is really naughty, but I will. I'll raid out. If someone's in miniatures, I'll raid out, but only if someone's in miniatures. I'm not going to raid out to someone who's not in it. He's put 3 holes in the back of his head. Oh God. Look, if you're outside, Max, just call me, mate. Don't keep messaging me. I will ignore you. I'll ignore messages right now. I don't look at messages on stream on my phone. Half the time they're Discord messages from Discords that just annoy me. But are quite cool places to hang out, but annoy the crap out of me. There you go. I'll sign the world with a yeah. Yeah, man. Right, guys, I love you all lots. Let's see if there's somewhere to go. Alright, dude, you outside. Cool. Cool. See you in a sec. Let's have a quick look. Anyone around? War is playing games. There's no one, is there? There's no one in miniatures. What's he doing? It is KDM, and Warai is friend of channel. Let's go, Warai. Right. See you all soon. I shall catch you tomorrow if you're about. Love you lots. Goodbye.